Anybody comments? Just hanging out. Yeah, there it is.
Nice shot.
Just wanted to, touch base with everybody, see what everybody's getting into today. You have to delete it. Or not delete it, but...
Right.
So, yeah, just wanted to see what everybody's getting into today and let everybody know that I am still live. I didn't post a video on Saturday. Yes, super busy. Yeah, where's it? Anybody got anything to say? Comments? We got 4. We'll let people filter in for a minute.
Cool.
Yep, here with my buddy Al and my lovely wife Elizabeth. There they start coming in.
Hey. Hey, guys.
Yep. What's everybody getting into today? We got a beautiful, beautiful day here. A little bit cool, but
Cool is relative, Steve.
yeah, it is. If you're from Minnesota,
Great White North, it's a gorgeous day. Absolutely.
Yeah. This is typical spring weather here. 80 degrees 3 days ago, and then we went. What was the next day?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just wanted to let everybody know I'm still alive. Just super busy. Wasn't able to post. What does the quality look like? I'm sure it's probably not the best, but yeah. And the audio, what about that? Can you hear us? Says good. Paul Gale says good. Yeah.
No, hi from Norway. All right, Italy.
Yeah. Wow.
Got their European friends. Cool.
Yep. Just busy working in the shop. Al came down for the weekend. I took a couple days off from my day job and just trying to get things moving forward quick. Trying to get this project as far as the truck's going moving faster, and I'm succeeding. I will say
good progress.
Progress has been made.
Good progress.
That's for sure. And I'll update you guys real soon. Maybe even give you a sneak peek.
Old school squirrel's doing good. She's mean.
Yeah, she is a mean one. Not mean, grumpy.
Yeah.
They all have different personalities. Some of them are sweet and cuddly. Some are grumpy and don't want to be messed with. And she's kind of in between, I think.
Okay, got humming in the background. That's probably our...
Yeah, you're probably hearing the fan. Let me turn that off.
Yep.
Just answer some questions.
So, whose day's job? Steve's day job? That would be from Rainier.
Mm-hmm.
What is it?
What is your day job?
My day job? I work at an energy research facility here in Kentucky, and I build test rigs for a lot of the engineers and scientists there. Just anything in regards to energy, efficiency, stuff like that. A lot of welding, a lot of fabrication, a lot of design. Just depends on the day. I do a little bit of everything, to be honest, which is good for me. And with my job, no day is the same, which is nice because I don't fare well with assembly work type. So I get stir crazy real quick and have to be part of some sort of problem solving somewhere, or else I go insane pretty quick. So my job's well suited for me. I've worked at the same place for about 15 years, 14 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is that about right? Yeah, quite a long time. I really like it. Yeah.
Adam's wondering how everybody's allergies are going.
Oh.
Not mine. It's not going good.
Yeah, she suffered big time yesterday. I was going to do a live stream yesterday, and I wanted her to be in on it.
Yeah,
but,
you were in a happy camper.
She was not live stream material yesterday.
Not at all.
Just red nose and eyes and tears, and it's like that around here. It's that time of the year.
It is beautiful out here. It's green. Things are turning green. The trees are starting to pop. There's hope. Spring is just about here.
Yeah. Yeah. I always get excited this time of year because, winters, even though they're not that bad where I'm located, they're not that good.
Somebody said do all bandsaw after truck.
Maybe. It's on the list.
It's on the
that's
list.
For sure. I hadn't forgot about that thing. Not even a little bit.
Mm-mm.
It just,
That's
lower on the list of priorities.
what happened to the do-all mill. Well, that's
It's
probably
on the
next,
list too. It's actually, I'm going to finish it, hoping to either right after this truck or here soon. I want to get it together and actually be able to use it, because if I get that thing together, it's gonna beard looks good too. Who's that? Steve K. Well, thank you. It's a
Rocking
little
it.
long.
Somebody
Yeah.
said his wife said you're his twin.
Oh, well, good. You must be a good-looking guy then. About lost the beard, at least a part of it,
That was entertaining.
yesterday. Assembling parts of the truck, holding heavy pieces,
Very heavy
you know,
pieces.
under the truck with beard caught in hand, and then piece needs to come down, but I can't let go of it or my beard. So
Something
brought
had to
it-
give.
Yeah, my beard did some of it, but it's pretty stout. Held up pretty good.
I was pretty impressed. They could handle
Yeah,
the pain.
maybe lost 2 or 3
Ah,
beard hairs.
good,
I could
good.
spare those. So yeah, I'm really hoping to get that do-all milling machine together really soon. I'm excited to use
Well,
it,
that'll help clear out.
because I'll be able to the little mill that I've got, and I'll get that space, and I can actually get the big do-all, the horizontal or the vertical. I can get it scooted over, get it exactly where I want it, and life will be better, I think. More space. I'm tight on space.
Here's from Glenn. Hey, Steve, if you'd like a slag heaps of old mills and disused coal-fire power stations, then you're welcome to visit me in Yorkshire.
Yeah,
Looks like I gotta head over to England.
Okay.
yeah. Oh, I'd love to go. I'd love to go. My problem is time. You know, I never get any real time off, so all I do is work. That's it. Just like everybody else.
Well,
No difference between me and anyone else.
looks like we're having occasional glitches, but we're going through a interesting repeater Wi-Fi type of setup.
Yeah, just, you know, I had done a live stream out in the shop, I don't know, some time ago, but then internet went all crazy running HDMIs, and I think I was dealing with RFI with a long cable, and I didn't want to bury it, so ended up got some help from my buddy Ron White, which unfortunately he's not going to be able to watch this live.
This afternoon.
Anyway, got a satellite dish put up on the corner. It's a small dish, right? That's a dinner plate. Put up on the eave of the corner of the shop, and it just picks up the Wi-Fi signal that we have from the house and then amplifies it in here. And although it's not perfect, it's awesome. We tried the small Wi-Fi repeaters that you plug into the outlets and all that you would normally use in your house, and no, just too far away. Plus, going through the block walls that are full of concrete just didn't work.
So, all things considered, you're doing pretty darn good with this, actually. I'm impressed.
With the internet,
Yeah, the internet out here with just going through that.
yeah, if you can live stream at all and it be any decent quality.
Plus,
you know.
I'm able to monitor too as well,
Yeah.
so it takes a little bandwidth too. So
Yeah. What's everybody getting into today? What's your usual shop Sunday, adventures?
Ed's wondering about how, with the rain and snow melt, how the creek bank's heading up, and there's really
Creek Bank's holding up. Creek Bank is fine. No, I haven't had any real issues. We haven't had any major flooding events, which is nice. Usually when we get pounded with rain is when we have trouble
right.
out of this creek. If it's just a normal steady shower, it handles it. But it's when it's excess flow, like super rain, it comes off all these hills and just collects in this bottom
down there.
and just totally annihilates all the banks.
Yeah, right now it's just a little babbling brook.
Mhm.
So,
Most of the time it's just barely running, but sometimes it's a monster sometimes.
yeah.
Like if you fall in that, you're
Yeah,
good luck.
When
to
you can hear the boulders going ka-dunk, ka-dunk, ka-dunk,
Yeah,
ka-dunk
yeah,
down
flipping
there.
over rocks that weigh the size of cars.
It's crazy.
The power of water is impressive. So yeah, I hate not doing a video. Trust me, it's worse for me than it is for you, for me not to post. So I apologize for missing this Saturday, but I'm human.
You've been accomplishing a lot.
Yeah,
so,
I've got a lot of footage, so
yeah, you
there's a lot to come. Some, in my opinion, exciting stuff.
see anything
Got
going on?
A couple new tools and stuff that I'm trying out that are pretty impressive, and I think a lot of people will be interested in
The most recent acquisition.
Yeah.
Yeah, that worked.
yeah, and I'll show it on video here very, very shortly.
That's,
Very, very handy piece of equipment, dual purpose.
Yep.
It says we wear when you don't post.
Oh, I know. I get emails, and I apologize. I wish I could answer all the emails and stuff that I get, but I can't be everything all the time. That would be all I do is answer emails. But I get people that send me emails asking if I'm okay, and normally that's, I'm fine. It's just things don't come together, and I'm actually amazed that they come together as well as they do, and I can post as often as I can.
Considering how often you post, yeah.
Well, you see
exceptional.
people that post every day, and usually if they post every day, that's their full-time deal, or at least, or even every other day, because it takes a lot of time. About my average video, maybe I'm just slow, which is probably true, but at editing, it probably takes me at least 8 hours to edit a video, and that's not an exaggeration.
No, I've actually been here to watch Steve edit the entire video, and it is the amount of work he puts into these is just amazing.
Well, the major problem is I'm just too picky.
You do very good work.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Let's see, what's everybody got to say? There's old school lawn mowing service on schedule for today.
Oh, ukulele fat man's been giving out peanuts to squirrels. You got squirrels. Good job. Working on machinery.
Yeah. It's almost mowing season here, which I dread. I know most people don't enjoy the mowing season because once you start it, it seems to never stop. And with me, it's just an extra add-on. Usually I get my son to do it. But
John's wondering when you and Adam are going to be doing another meetup.
I don't know. It'd be nice to do one. So when next time he's down, I'll have to talk to him, see if he was available. I would really like to do some sort of local gathering or something. I really enjoyed that. I've done that a couple times. It was definitely fun.
Here's a good one from Robert. Did you at any point regret starting the shop rebuild, given how much work it became in the end?
Absolutely not.
I can
No,
answer that
if
one
I
for
wouldn't
you.
have started, I'd have still been working in, a falling down corner of the shop, and I'd have still been worrying about it. Because every day it bothered me. I'd come out here and it would just be falling apart, and I don't regret starting that at all. I just wish I'd have done it sooner. Money or no money, right? You gotta get moving on something or else if you wait till stuff's perfect, which it never is, you don't exist. You just stay stationary.
Yep.
So I would have started sooner.
The Dirty Knobs is wondering, take the square body off of any sweet jumps.
Hopefully. There's Tim Allen. I got a gift from Tim Allen the other day. A pair of, I believe it's the same Tim Allen, a pair of wire tying pliers. I appreciate that. I don't have a set, so I guess seeing as I was tying the wires on those headers, doing it by hand, Tim sent me a set of pliers.
Yeah, OCD kicks in again, right, Steve?
Yeah.
That's all right. Oh, All New Beginnings is wondering, how about letting your beautiful wife do more work in the shop?
If she's willing,
If you're
she's
up for it.
got a full schedule as well. And there's not a ton of free time between family care and kids moving from schools to work and squirrels.
Yeah, that takes
And then
lots of time.
she has to deal with me, so she's got a pretty full plate. But yeah, she's good at it. She's very talented. When it comes to mechanical work or anything like that,
Ian's wondering if your truck was a diesel.
my truck is not a diesel.
It
Never was a diesel, no.
In fact, it wasn't even a manual initially.
No, it was an automatic. Yeah, it's been converted. It's been everything. I don't know if there's very few items on that hadn't been messed with at one point or another. I believe that truck was originally, it was probably bought and cared for a while and then sold to some teenager who totally annihilated almost every piece on it.
Did Al bring you anything cool?
Nah,
I actually got some stuff for myself
yeah,
down here.
Yeah.
It was pretty
nah,
amazing.
he's just visiting.
Yep, just visiting.
just hanging out. Likes to come down.
I do. It's so nice.
Is
Yeah.
the squirrel going to show up today?
Nah, not in this stream probably. Yeah, we'd have to go get her.
Yep.
Yeah, but there is tons of them around here. More squirrels
Oh,
around
yeah.
here than I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah,
There are everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And there'll be even more of them here in the next month or so because it's time for them. Well, it'll soon be time for them to start leaving nests.
Another Steve did not have a very good day and evening last night. We were cleaning the house today as our dog got sprayed by a skunk right before bedtime last night. Got in the house before we could stop him. Not a pleasant night.
We've been there. Remember, what was her? That's been
Dixie.
here. Dixie, yeah, was her name. She got sprayed by a skunk, and we tried everything, tomatoes, whatever the formulas. Nothing really worked that well. She stunk forever.
Yep.
It just had to wear off.
That's not fun. Paul's wondering how long you and I have known each other.
Since the shop rebuild started. Al emailed me when I guess there was a video there in the beginning where I was trying to dig this footer by hand, and had Al not showed up, I probably would have, because that was my options. And he emailed me, said he had some equipment and he'd be willing to help. And I said, absolutely. And that's how long since that. So was it 2 years?
A couple of years, yeah.
So yeah, Al drove him. He's the kind of guy who would load up his equipment from Minnesota and drive 12 hours, and just to help me. So that's what kind of guy Al is.
Well, you needed the help, and I knew it would progress. It's a little bit of my own self-interest, because I figured the more you're screwing around and building a stupid shop, the less time you have machining and things.
Yeah.
So let's get the
Less
shop going.
less other projects.
That's right. Let's get the shop going, because you get back into it again.
Yeah, I tell you, this is they're never big enough. If you're ever going to build a shop, double whatever size you think you want.
Guaranteed.
But other than not enough space, they're awesome, right? Just having a place that's somewhat sealed up, that's got decent light. The shop doesn't have to be perfect, but and I know a lot of people who are working out of like the little outdoor sheds, which is basically what I did. I used the rest of the shop as storage because it was falling apart, and worked out of one corner,
Well,
a little bigger than a shed.
Explain what you had to do for keep your tools in half a decent shape.
Spray oil all over them constantly.
Light bulbs in drawers.
Yep, light bulbs in under everything, and light bulbs in cabinets just to keep the temperature up so the swings wouldn't be so heavy that moisture would condensate on them, and the shop wasn't sealed up, so I couldn't keep the moisture out.
No,
So it was a constant battle. But now it's so much better. It's amazingly better. It's not perfect, but better.
Somebody wants to have the window.
Ukulele Fat Man is asking Elizabeth, how do you tame your squirrel friends? Mine come close, but won't eat by my hand. My chipmunks do, but can't coax the squirrels. What's
Well, all the
secret?
ones that we've had have been babies, so
Yeah,
they're
you
really
just
friendly
grab
when
them.
they're just little bitty.
Yeah, when they're really little, like I don't suggest anybody take squirrels as pets. They're not good pets. I'll just be honest. They're sweet and everything, and you want to help them, and that's the reason why we do it. It's just because we don't want them to die.
But they'll destroy.
But they're hard on things, and they're hard to care for. It's hard to get their nutrition right. They're just a constant handful. But good thing is they grow quick, and you can let them go and
Get on with their lives.
and let them do their squirrel things, which is always nice to see. You can't tell them apart; they all look the same. But you can look out there and say, "Hey, is that who so and so squirrel?" And then you just hope that it is. And feel good that you tried anyway. Not always successful.
You're doing your part.
Yeah, I try.
What part of being a shop worker and metal fabrication of the components, or the fit up and the welding portion?
I enjoy just the problem solving. I like getting with a group of guys who know what's going on, and think out a solution to a problem that we're facing. Right. And in my work, it's usually stuff that's not done all the time, so it's pretty new ideas that we don't know what to try. We got ideas obviously, but just a lot of trial and error. I build a lot of stuff that doesn't work the way that it was intended, right? Because of
Right.
science.
Like,
But we try, and we're successful a lot of the times. But sometimes we build it just to tear it down.
well, we had a little creative endeavor this morning. We had to get past a little problem.
Oh yeah,
Gotten
spark plugs, getting spark plugs out from behind
headers.
Yeah,
That was creative. Let's see what else we have.
Somebody wanted to see outside your window.
well, show them.
Yeah. While you're looking, I can pull up another one for you. Robert's wondering, where did you get to with the mill rebuild before the truck priority? Are there a lot of big tasks left to do?
That I'm probably just going to flake the thing, check it really good, and I'm knowing the guy who done it. It's good as far as its accuracy. Probably flake it heavy and maybe scrape it in, but only if it needs it, and flake it because it does need that, and put it together. I don't think that it's going to take very much at all. It'll take some remembering on how to put it back together, but I've got most of that on video, and I've got notes, so it shouldn't be too bad. There'll be some fitment issues due to surfaces changing. We did remove material, so there'll be some gib fitment issues, but I think for the most part it'll probably pop right back together and be more accurate than it ever was from the factory.
You're welcome, Tim Allen. You wanted to see outside.
Oh, it's a beautiful day, nice and sunny.
It is gorgeous.
Yesterday was intermittent, right? We had lots of clouds and kind of windy, but today is nice. Nice Sunday.
Jeffrey's got an interesting comment for you. He says, Steve, I'm working on a project that your shop inspired. I'm casting a do some nameplate for my little bandsaw. I'm going to send you one of the castings so it can clash with all your do all.
Yeah,
gear."
that's awesome. Do some. That's a good, I guess, a good saying.
Better than, if you can't do it all, at least you
Yeah,
can do
you
some.
can do some. I do some of
Absolutely.
a lot of things.
Oh, Elizabeth says they need to be babies to make friends.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, you're not gonna make friends with a full-size squirrel.
Uh-oh.
They're constant. Squirrels are very nervous critters because they're pretty low on the food chain. They're constantly looking for something that's
Not
going to
being
eat
a
them.
snack for
Yeah.
somebody.
So they're pretty nervous little critters.
This looks like you're a bad influence, Steve. Dirty Knob says, Steve, since I started watching your channel, I've become a heavy machine hoarder. Cincinnati #2, Pratt & Whitney R7 radial grinder, South Bend, a Bridgeport, etc.
Oh man,
Oofta.
nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much. Even though it is old equipment, a lot of this manual stuff, it's not fast. It's not something you're gonna, start, producing a ton of parts on. But it just frees you up so much to have just some of the basic equipment. I don't know if a radial arm drill is basic equipment. But there's just so much you can do. I mean, it just frees you in so many ways to be able to do things for yourself. The equipment makes it possible.
It does. He's excited. There's a stream behind your place. Are there any trout in that stream?
Nope.
No. Doesn't run enough.
No, it's just mostly there's some minnows here and there, but that's
Yeah,
it. There's
a few of those.
no fishing.
Nope. Oh, how do you pronounce Appalachian properly?
I have no idea.
Don't ask me.
Appalachia.
Appalachia.
That's what I've heard a lot, but
Okay.
don't know.
Is your son still riding his dirt bike?
Not very often. Not
Not when it's
recently.
wet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been so wet and muddy. I mean, it's like riding on ice.
Yeah. Greasy.
Yeah, and it's just been pretty cold. But it should be. It's ready to ride. We just put a new seat cover on it. It was torn. We put some tires on it. Get it ready for him. He's gonna have to size up and bike before long. He's growing so fast. That little bike's pretty wicked.
All right. Address this one, Steve, so you can just get it out there and let him know that what's going on. I've seen it many times in some of your videos. He says, it's from Casper. He asks, hey guys, Steve, what's going on with the dual horizontal bandsaw you were restoring?
Nothing. Just still on hold. That's it. Still
Yep.
out there, covered up. Still got all the parts right behind the lathe. Just decided it wasn't priority number one for me to. Even though it's awesome and I've done so much work on it, that it'd be a shame not to finish it. I definitely plan on it.
Not going anywhere.
No.
I mean, it's in
That
the
is-
pipeline.
Yeah, even though it's a saw that I don't need. I mean, I don't cut
Right.
parts this big around, not often. I just think that it's a beautiful piece of equipment that's so well made that, it was hard to get it in as bad a shape as it was. Somebody really had to try to get that saw as bad a shape as it was in. There was nothing on it that wasn't messed with. A lot of you guys have seen it if you watch those videos. There was nothing on that saw that was good.
Yeah.
I mean, the heart of it was good.
Right.
The frame,
Right.
the cast wheel, the idler and the cast wheel, but all the bearings, everything had been hacked and just fixed for let's just make this thing cut 3 more times. If we can get 3 more times, let's just put a tack weld here and spot weld there. It was just so cobbled together.
Yeah.
But I fixed all the major things on it.
It's
Really, the
not-
hardest part of that saw will be controlling the down feed. It's such a heavy saw.
Mm-hmm.
I could go back to the way that it was, and I probably will do a hydraulic down feed on it because you can't even pick the saw up to put parts in it.
That's decent.
I want a manual vise. I mean, the thing was, I don't know how much it weighed as a production unit. Like when I got it, thousands and thousands of pounds.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to turn it into more of a manual version. But the hardest part will be getting an accurate down feed, speed, and pressure. That'll be the hardest part.
Well, I'll be honest with you. That saw was the reason that I'm here today. Believe it or not.
It was a lot of work.
The way you approached it, I've seen many people do many hack jobs on many channels to try and get through things just to get it good enough. And I saw how you were precise. You're taking your time. You're doing it right instead of doing
Trying
it fast.
as best as I knew how. I just
you-
wanted it to be what it was, right? As far as
Right.
mechanically, anyway.
And I appreciated that so much. So that's when I became impressed with you, and I thought, this guy is. I like the way
Thank
you work.
you, Al.
I like the way you work, Steve.
I
You're a
appreciate
good
it.
man.
Yeah, I try.
So-
I hack stuff every now and then.
Yeah,
Just like everybody does.
Your
But,
hacks are pretty impressive, I have to say. So
Yeah.
good job on it.
well, thank you.
Well,
I don't want this live stream to go on forever, so I just wanted to really, say hello and let everybody know that everything's fine, and that we may even get there won't be any less videos. We'll just probably have another one, midweek sometime because I have the content. I just didn't put it together.
the editing part.
Just didn't have time, to be honest, with all that's going on.
This person's asked a couple times. I'll figure get it out quick for
Yeah.
you. How do you do your audio? Why is it so hard to do audio well? What is your VO mic?
I use the Rode. I've got it on right now. The Rode Filmmaker kit is what I use. It runs on rechargeable AA's. It's it picks up for a very long way. I'm not using it. This is just phone audio that you're hearing right now. But for all my videos, I use the Rode Filmmaker kit or the Rode Go, I think it is. Small little cubes, blue light. Yeah, that's a Rode Go. But my main mic is the Filmmaker kit. It's a wired lavalier mic, obviously.
Mm-hmm. Another person that's
They're a pain to have to deal with, to be honest. But you have to be able to hear.
well, sound quality is pretty good though. I mean,
Most of the time it's okay.
Mhm.
Everybody, I get the occasional your sound level's low, but your volume's low. You're out of all the vid channels that I watch, your volume is low, and it was until I boosted the audio levels and the thing. But I don't know, maybe it's just because I edit with headphones that it's seems plenty loud, and when I rewatch my videos, I can hear them pretty well. So I hate to mess with too much stuff.
Oh, you inspired someone to import an Indian lathe. That's
To import an Indian lathe.
Huh?
I wonder what type. Indian lathe. An Indian lathe. Is that from India, or is it an actual make?
I don't.
If you're importing it, so it must be from India.
From India, yep.
Yeah.
Well,
That's interesting. Yeah, lathe is, in my opinion, the first tool that a person should get in if they plan on getting any machine tools at all. because a lathe can do so many things. I mean, it can act as a mill in a way, right? There's attachments and there's things that you can do and get away with on a lathe that you just can't do on well or easily on other machines. And I would get the biggest lathe that would fit.
Yes.
Who did the grind on your bed and knee on that?
That was done at Kinetics
Right.
in Wisconsin.
Yep.
Kinetic, just Kinetics, I think.
It's Kinetics. 2 words, I think. Yeah, I dropped it off and picked it up. It was they showed me around a little bit. It was a pretty impressive place. I mean, they didn't have a lot of time there, but it was like,
they're serious.
Oh, yeah, it was a heart attack. That is
They
a
got
place.
some massive equipment and do some real
good
precision work.
Yes.
Yeah, so I have no doubt that the knee and the table of that mill are
Right there.
pretty much where they
Right
should
there.
be, and it'll probably require just a light flaking and then an assembly. We'll see.
Back together
Right.
it goes.
I'm not going to try to get that thing, to the 10th across its travel because it's just was never meant to be that machine. And it's kind of narrow at the saddle, so that big heavy table, it'll be close, but it's not a it's not a jig bore.
Do you have a wobbly bench?
Yeah.
Did you fix it yet?
No.
Nope, not fixed yet. You've got an admirer that says, "Hey, great work on the truck and the welding. Like that you're involved," and I
Thank you.
agree. That is pretty cool. I like that a lot. Oh, anything interesting?
Yeah,
Grinders.
I agree with the wobbly bench. It's just one of those things that you gotta take time to do it.
Somebody said check out Keith. Keith helped you on that, didn't he?
Yeah. Keith helped me scrape in the gibs on that machine, so they're ready to.
I'm turning it.
I did not see that. I seen that he posted. I just haven't had a chance to watch it. So yeah. There's a lot of tricks and stuff that you can do on a lathe, and I would buy the biggest lathe that I could find that would fit in the space that I'm gonna.
Right.
You don't need a 22-inch lathe if you're working in a shop that's, really little, but the biggest lathe within reason that a person can get, and then you never regret having too big a machine, really.
No.
But too small a one can be it's the limiting factor on what you can do.
It is.
And the rigidity is working on a big machine, big heavy lathe, and then working on a really small one, 2 totally different things. If you're a good machinist on a small lathe, you'll be really good on a big lathe because they do. There's no fussing around. They're so rigid and stuff. They just do exactly what you ask them to. When with the little one, you got to be a lot more careful.
Yes. Yep. Oh, you got to put the old bed on the truck or make a welded and wooden one in there.
I'm going to put I'm going to try to move this project forward quickly at this point, and it is. But what I plan to do as far as the bed, at least as of now, and that's subject to change, is clean up the old bed that I have, sandblast the bottom stuff, fix the rust holes in it, paint the sides, leave the bed floor as rough as it is, maybe put a bed liner in it, some sort of spray and bed liner, and use it because this truck is going to be used. It's not. It was never a show quality job that I'm doing here. It's just a heavy, cleaning and spray painting basically. That's it. Nothing super fancy.
You're another inspiration, Steve. It says, after watching your channel, among others, I've decided to do a diploma in advanced mechanical engineering, learning the theory as well as machining.
Yeah, that's
Excellent.
That's a very important.
Excellent.
Very important, and that's awesome.
That's from Martin. Good job. Excellent.
Yeah.
Keep it up. You do that. I don't think you'll ever regret it.
Glenn, what is it?
Are you happy where everything is in the workshop, or are you moving stuff around? When I watch your videos, I almost got used to seeing where stuff is.
I'm decently happy. That doesn't mean it won't change, right? But
some things
for the most part, I think everything's relatively settled.
Little smooth adjusting here and there.
Little stuff will be scooted around, but I think pretty much stuff's in the position that it's going to be in.
Steve, do you still have your daytime job?
Absolutely. I work my tail off just like everybody else.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do. If only had more hours in the day, right?
What is this? Matt's What is that? Steve and Company.
Can I just say what a great watch the workshop rebuild was?
Very interesting. Thank you.
That
Thank
was
you. I
something
appreciate
else.
that was a job that when I took out that first block,
Mhm.
I was like, here we go. You know, there's no turning back now.
Somebody says it that out.
This is Al. This is the
The
Al,
Al,
the
the
one
Al.
and only.
One and only.
Yep, only made one of them. But yeah,
Yeah.
when I took out that first block,
Oof.
man, I knew I was in for it.
Mm.
But I was at my wit's end, at the end of my rope, whatever they want to call it, right? With a shop that was just, you know, it was hard to stay dry in here when it rained outside. It was that bad. And
Yeah.
trying to run a channel, working every day, you know, and everything, you know, just all together. It was overwhelming to take on a project like that. But I've seen my dad do stuff bigger than this, so.
Right.
Somebody said, of all the machines you have, what is the most difficult to set up and run?
Difficult, the cutter grinder by far.
Mhm.
To run well.
Right.
To get the results that you want, the cutter grinder is by far the hardest and most precision piece. I mean, surface grinder's tough as well.
Will you be getting back to machining subjects anytime soon?
I hope so. You know, we've had several here and there.
Mhm.
You know,
Interspersed.
yeah,
You have another one coming up very soon.
Yep.
Not a big one,
yeah.
but
This week's video was going to be basically all machining, but I didn't get it done. unfortunately.
JC Machine Shop Service says I got a bid on a 1941 Monarch 16 by 30.
That's a
Bye,
great
Tim.
size. That's what mine is. 16-inch swing, 30-inch between centers.
Oh,
I mean, how I don't do real long shafting, so rarely do I ever run into a situation just doing odds and ends that I need a longer bed than what I have here. So that is a great size lathe. That is probably one that's in high demand.
How many hours a week does your channel require of you?
oh Lord.
All weekend, and then at least two to three nights a week to get it all together. Usually I film all weekend.
Yeah, and I'm been down here a number of times when he's filmed, and he has probably mentioned a few times, but the amount of time that filming takes out of your productive time is just crazy. He probably gets 10 to 20% of the
Oh, yeah.
work done that he would get done normally if he didn't have to
Yeah,
screw with
and
the
you
camera.
save things for filming, so you can't do all the steps in this process because you want to film this one section of it and it holds you up. I would have been done with this truck, I don't know, a month or so ago.
I think a month ago,
Yeah,
for sure.
easily if I wasn't filming.
Somebody said, any comments about your air system? That's Ken.
Air system, it's working awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, I haven't quite got the wiring where I'd like it. It's still at risk of running single phasing if the power goes out. So I need to take care of that some way. Still haven't taken care of that. I just have to watch it close. But as far as it functioning and the airline and no problems at all. Absolutely awesome. Wow, got a $10.
Thank you, like.audio.
Yeah, thank you. $10 super chat. Very nice. We appreciate that.
Safety twisting. You want to go grab your new acquisition pliers? Show him what they're talking about. He's
Oh.
asking about the safety twisting pliers.
Yeah. Wire cutting pliers?
Yeah. Oh, here's a good one for both you guys, which I already know the answer to. Are you still liking Starlink?
Yeah, I like it.
I think the
It's
answer
much better than what we had.
the answer is an unequivocal duh on that one. I was here before they got it, and I was utilizing their internet.
A large set and a small set. And you
Yep.
pull them, and they twist the wire for you. Really neat. I've used them before. I just never owned a set. So yeah, and tell them how about the internet. How our
Oh, Lord.
video
Oh, you
watching
couldn't even
experience-
watch a video. It would
Lord.
load every second.
Oh, buffer,
Yeah.
buffer.
Yeah, take
And like a bunch couldn't be on there at a time. It'd
No.
be one person, and it'd still be loading.
Yeah.
And then the second person gets on, it's like,
take an hour to watch it. An hour to watch a 10-minute video.
oh, how about your upload for your every week?
Oh
How'd
yeah.
that go?
Yeah, used to. I would set for about 4 to 6 hours to upload a 30-minute video, and then I would really hope that weather or something didn't come through and have to start all over. Several nights I had to just go and drive to places that had better internet. Just put my video on a card and drive just to get an upload. So it's gotten much better. It's easier now. But
Robert, this I agree with you. Robert Watson said the best bits of the shop rebuild was you and your dad having a picnic lunch on the half-finished roof.
Yeah,
that was so cool.
Yeah, he was a huge help. He's doing well too. He just turned 82.
Yeah, he's really getting along. Yep, last time I saw him, he was just spry. It's amazing.
Yeah, he does well. He suffered with Lyme's disease for a while. It really got him down. He would be in much better shape than he is now if he hadn't had to deal with that. But he's good. For 82, he's doing awesome. I hope I'm as good as he is at 82.
That makes two of us.
But he worked hard his whole life. He was a tobacco farmer, so try that.
Well, you have another fan. Sean says, "Love the daisy in your hair, Elizabeth." She needs to speak a little more in the video. It's a very capable assistant you have there, Steve.
Yeah.
Much underrated. Well, I don't know who would underrate her, but she's definitely a great assistant for sure.
Yeah, she's super handy.
Any comments, specific comments about your air system?
About the air system?
Anything, just, you're loving it. It's working out as well.
Love it. I'd like to get a dryer attached to it maybe, but really, it's pretty good. The capacity's nice. That's, I think what is that tank size? 55? No, it's bigger than that. Probably 60 or so gallon.
I think it's 60 gallon, yeah. Plus you have the second one that you can plumb in when it comes in.
I got another tank that I'm probably going to add to it.
Spare air.
Capacity. But I wish I'd have done it sooner, right?
You want me to go get her real quick?
Like a lot.
What? You
Yeah,
can if you want to,
yeah.
Real quick, hurry, because we can't keep these guys forever.
Just got here. Does the wind blow through that block?
What block?
What wind? That must be talking about the walls. Does the wind blow through the block?
No, it used to.
You mean through the cracks?
Yeah, it used to. You could stick your arm through some of the cracks and stuff in the wall. And I was thinking that I would wake up one morning, look out here, and this wall of the shop would be completely in the creek. I wouldn't have been surprised.
No.
It would not have shocked me at all. I'd have been like, well, okay.
Oh my Lord, that was amazing. It
Yeah.
was frighteningly amazing.
And then, trying to formulate a plan to lift this roof up because I didn't want to have to tear it all down.
Right.
And to support the roof in a way that wouldn't damage the truss and all that. That was,
Yep.
that was a pretty involved little setup. I've seen stuff like that done before. I mean, some of these renovation guys do stuff like that all the time, but I'm not a construction guy, so it was really,
You did well, considering everything.
it worked.
It worked. It's freaking gorgeous.
I just just tried to over-engineer everything, so I didn't, in a way, so I didn't, nothing fell or was too dangerous.
Yeah.
But it was, the worst part for me was getting the foundation set up, pouring the foundation and getting it, because I'd never laid block before. I mean, the numbers added up and it fit perfect, but...
Well, you knew that if you did it wrong, the block work and everything else is going to be a nightmare to get right.
Yeah, so I was really stressed.
Do it right,
The most stressful part, and I think this is probably with any construction project, the concrete. That's because it doesn't care if you're behind schedule or it doesn't care if you have time to finish it. It's setting no matter what, and you are on its schedule. So that was the most stressful part, both the floor and
There we go.
the foundation.
Here's little Clover.
Yeah, she's a sweetie.
Hello there.
She's grown up quite a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's very speedy.
Yeah, she's super fast. They grow so fast. I mean, literally, you can tell the difference in a squirrel from one day to the next. And the way that their hair grows and all that, man, they grow amazingly fast. But they have to, in the wild. If they don't, they're in trouble.
That's right. Well, how's your daughter doing in college?
She's doing really good. She's hoping to be a dentist. So we'll see.
Cool.
She's got a lot of schooling left ahead of her, to be a dentist.
Old school's got an idea that I've told you at least once or twice myself, every chance you get to be hanging out and working with your dad is a gift.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. That is.
I agree. I see my folks almost every day.
That is.
They live really close to me, so I
gift.
usually, not on the weekends normally, but during the week I stop on my way home from work and say hello to them. So yeah, I agree. When they get old, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Absolutely.
you could say that at any time, but
yeah.
But once a person's getting up in age, you know, you better
as much as you can
say what you need to say.
Yep.
And enjoy it.
All right,
For
class.
sure.
Yeah.
Any plans for going with an insulated garage door?
I don't know.
Eventually, maybe?
You know, it'd be nice.
You know.
We'll see, right?
What
I'd
you
like
got's
that.
working.
Huh?
What you got's working. You
Yeah,
bought.
what I got works. I mean, it's not ideal, but it'd be nice to have a roll up, right?
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice. It's one of those that roll up in the drum or something, but I'm not for sure.
Wow, another compliment from Sean. It says, for not a construction guy, you do work that is at least 4 orders better than many pro builders I've met. Exact mortar joints, all even, nothing hidden by an inch of plaster and paint.
Well, when you're doing it on video for thousands and thousands of people, you want to get it right, or at least try, right?
Yep.
And do your best work. But most of the guys that are getting, I mean, it's hard to make a living doing construction and stuff. You gotta, I'm not trying to make excuses for people who do shoddy work, but you know, you gotta move along and get stuff done, or else you'll be eating bread sandwiches.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Dave had an interesting experience. He said, I talked an adult squirrel out of
Bread
a
only
tree as a
sandwiches.
kid, stroked his head a few times, and he bit the crap out of it.
Oh wow.
That would be a whoops.
Yeah. Usually, I mean, squirrels will bite, but most of the time they try to get you with their claws.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've never seen squirrels bite each other, and I've never been bitten by a squirrel. But I have been scratched many times.
Well, money is no object. How about a paved driveway? Well, yeah.
Money is very much an object.
There you go. That's what I'm
And
talking about.
I've got a pile of gravel out there that'll last a while.
It works perfectly.
But it would be nice. I would love a paved driveway, but you know,
Yep.
it's a little pricey.
But
First thing I'd like to do is maybe put an apron on the shop,
Mm-hmm.
an apron and a extended roof off the front. I think that'd be really awesome.
we can work on the cars and
Yep. Not have to get in the shop. You know, if you're changing oil or something, you just pull up on it. It's like a carport, but you know, it'd be awesome
Absolutely. That would be great.
without having to pull in.
What about your blacksmith aspirations, Steve?
Yeah.
Stop grumping.
It's a whole list of other tooling that I'd have to acquire and store. Although I'd love to do it. You know, I'm very, very interested in blacksmith work, but probably it would be quite a steep learning curve for a while.
All right, people. Bobby would like a truck update glance. I don't know if we can
I
do
don't know
that
if
or
I can
not.
do that
I
or
don't know
not.
if we
I
can
would-
do that. There's much to see.
Yeah.
To see.
Soon, very soon.
Yeah.
Very, very, very soon.
Keep your eyes on this channel.
Yeah,
You'll
I
be seeing
will.
things very
Yeah,
soon.
it's moved along pretty well. It's not
Yep.
it's not driving yet, but it's
Hey,
a lot
after
closer.
after this weekend, it's a lot closer.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I guess this
Yeah.
has probably went on long enough.
yeah, it's
We
no time.
kept people for enough time. I really appreciate everybody stopping by and saying hello.
Yeah,
It's
nice
much
meeting you.
appreciated, and you know, I just wanted to touch base with everybody and let everybody know that all is well.
yeah.
So I guess
Let's
that's
go.
it. So,
You guys all take
yeah,
care.
thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you probably next Saturday.
Very cool.
Bye.
Watch this space. Bye, guys.